Lady asked me, can a relationship bounce back after infidelity is involved? Yes, a relationship can absolutely bounce back after cheating is involved, but no, it won't be the same. The only way it can bounce back and be a healthy relationship again is if the right steps are taken. Because cheating isn't just a normal mistake. That's not a, oops, I left the seat up, or oops, I was a little late getting home from work and, being here for dinner or something like that. No, when you're talking about cheating, you're talking about Russian roulette of the heart. Like when you break somebody's heart, you could very well break their sanity. So cheating is not to be taken lightly, and therefore it has to be handled different. You don't just bounce back from that like you do everything else. There needs to be separation. Because if you jump right back into a relationship trying to heal, trying to love that man from a broken heart, that break is only going to get worse. I explained this in a previous video. It's no different from, an athlete getting their leg hurt and they go right back on the field. Like, what do you think is going to happen to that injury? It's only going to get worse. You must take time to heal, to get in a broken heart. There is no other way around that. Now, as for the man or whoever the cheater is, that person needs to show behavioral changes. That means they're taking some kind of actionable step to show you that their behavior has changed, not that they're just sorry in the moment. And that's the mistake that a lot of people make before they get back in a relationship and they find themselves getting cheated on over and over again. They accept that sincere apology. But when it comes to cheating, a sincere apology don't mean shit. The definition of apology is a regretful acknowledgement of an offense or failure. That's it. Just a regretful acknowledgement. Oops, I f***ed up. That does not mean I will not f*** up again.
Hello and welcome to another day in paradise, and welcome to another edition of the Unapologetic Negropian. In today's video, Derrick Jackson has been a prominent figure in the world of relationship/life gurus for the last 5 years now. And love him or hate him, he is here to stay. He has been consistent with his content for the last 5 years now, and he doesn't seem to be slowing down. However, for the past few days now, Jackson has been reeling back from criticism over treatment of his wife in his own personal relationship. Derrick Jackson is a person who likes to criticize others, and he does it quite often about their relationship. However, it is now clear that Derrick Jackson is nothing more than a liar and a cheater himself, as it's been revealed that he has cheated on his own wife. He has since responded by apologizing to his members, to his subscribers, to his followers on Instagram, and giving a heartfelt apology, a public apology to his wife over his actions. I really don't want to sound like a broken record, but I keep saying this. This is the way these YouTubers are. And I've made multiple videos quite recently over the behavior of some of these relationship gurus and how most of them are there for entertainment reasons. They are not there to take serious life advice from. So I took a look at his apology and I couldn't believe what I was hearing. And I want to see if you saw what I saw in his apology, because I truly believe that it was worthless. And I don't think he should have apologized anyway. I don't think he has any reason to. Why? Well, I'm going to go over that right now. In today's video, we're going to analyze his apology, and I'm going to take you over the reasons why he shouldn't apologize at all and why he didn't have to apologize. But first, I'm going to ask you to please like, subscribe, share, click the bell notification, and please consider supporting the channel on our Patreon, link in the description. So who is Derrick Jackson? Well, I'm not going to spend a lot of time going over who Derrick Jackson is. If you're watching this, it's likely you're going to know that he is a relationship/life guru, much like Kevin Samuels. However, he takes a different approach. Derrick Jackson makes himself out to be the type of person that knows what a woman wants. This is how he comes across to his followers, which is why he has a majority female following, because most of the females that follow him appreciate the sound bites that he gives. He actually sounds like he understands exactly what they want, because he says all the right things at the right time. And also his good looks has not hindered his growth on social media. So he has amassed a huge following both on Instagram and on YouTube. So we're going to analyze his apology. We're going to break it down, and I'm going to show you why this apology is worthless. It would have been better if he had have said nothing at all. So I'm going to start off by saying this. If you are in a situation where you are taking information about your relationship from a YouTuber and taking it as gospel, then you are already in a world of hurt. It's already possibly too late for you. You have to make a change, because the simple fact is, I shouldn't have to explain this to you. These people don't care about your relationship. They care about the money and the support you give them. The only way they can facilitate that support is by giving you the sound bites that make it sound like you understand them. While Derrick Jackson's wife was over in Colorado with her family, Derrick Jackson had invited a young woman who he had known for over 10 years back to his house. They spent the weekend with each other, him and his friends. She brought her friends, and they had passionate sex with one another in the wife's bedroom. Guys, I cannot even explain to you how treacherous and how vile that is, okay? That is vile to the point in which there is no way you can repent. There's no turning back from that. Letting a woman soil you, soil your body, and soil your sheets as well at the same time, the place where she lays. How is she supposed to even sleep in the same room now? How is she supposed to do that? Would you be able to do that without thinking about her? That's disgusting. What kind of creature does something like that? No, we're not all perfect. We all make mistakes. But for heaven's sakes, we don't all go around preaching and teaching other men about doing those exact things, all whilst doing those things. So before I get into it, I think it's important that you take a look at a few clips of his apology video that he posted to his YouTube and to his Facebook. Take a look at this.
What's going on, guys? Derrick Jackson here, and today I am joined by my lovely wife, Danae. You know, a lot has been said already about what was the cause and all that other stuff. Some of it is true, some of it is completely false. But the truth is, and I'm saying it here now, is that Derrick Jackson was involved with other women on as serious as sex, to sexual flirtation and meeting up and that kind of thing. Now, I'm saying this publicly, not because I'm, married to you guys. First and foremost, I'm accountable to God. Then I have to be accountable to my wife, in which we've already had this conversation. I've already told her literally everything. I've given her basically a roll call list. If I've said hello to a woman in the last 12 years of me knowing her, she knows about it. And then secondly, I know that I cannot build a platform preaching certain things, preaching against certain things, and then in my real life live contrary to that for any amount of time or any length of time to any extent, and think that I can't be held accountable. The same way that I preach, men and women in this situation need to face consequences of their actions, deserve to be held accountable. Guess what? Derrick Jackson's no exemption. He's not exempt from that.
There is no justification for bringing other women into our marriage. It was unacceptable, and it's not something that I tolerate or that we tolerate moving forward. And flooded again with messages and these things about, I need to leave, or why haven't I left? The answer is, when I found out about it, I left. I did not come back until I seen a shift and a change in his mentality. If you've had a perspective shift on who Derrick is, hopefully away from anything remotely close to perfection, and it's simply that, I am a human.
Yes, Derrick, we know you're human.
A few things that I've got out of that video. One of those things was that this apology was worthless, clearly. And I'm going to tell you why. First of all, he comes at you from a third party point of view. So he's apologizing to you, but he's not apologizing from himself. He's apologizing for another person called Derrick Jackson. It's almost as if he's trying to assign blame to somebody else whilst he's apologizing. But that person that is assigning blame to is a person named Derrick Jackson, which is a cringe-worthy way of doing it. It sounds as if he's trying to offload the burden onto another person. He doesn't say the words, "Oh, I'm sorry that I would do this." He says, Derrick Jackson is sorry. Derrick Jackson shouldn't have done this. Derrick Jackson was wrong for doing this. And I hate that. It's a surefire sign that he is not sorry for what he has done. Which brings us on to something else I picked up out of that apology. It's clear that he is apologizing that he got caught. It's clear to me that he has done this before in the past. Men who get caught cheating rarely are cheating for the first time. It's rare for a woman to catch her man cheating on the first time that he cheated. That doesn't happen. So if you're a woman, you catch your man cheating, it is highly likely that this is not the first time he's done it. So this apology is absolutely worthless, because he is coming out and telling you and being open about his problem of cheating on his wife with this woman. And fair play to him. He comes out and he also speaks about what he has done in the past, in lesser detail, of course. Clearly, he has done this before. Clearly, this is not the first time she has found out as well. This is not the first time that his wife has caught him cheating. This is the reason why he speaks in front of his wife about the other women that he has had flirtatious texts with, and he's quite opaque about things, isn't he? He's not really clear about things. But he said that he has cheated on his wife in the past. It's clear that his wife knew about this already. He wouldn't have been open and expressed the fact that he had cheated on his wife in the past before. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to pick up brownie points from his wife and from the viewers as well. Another thing that I realize is that he is perfectly capable of looking you in the eye, or looking the lens, like I'm doing, in the eye, and lying to you. He will lie to you with every breath that he can muster. He did openly express to not having an affair in the first place, and then he U-turned once he knew there was too much information out there on the interweb. He U-turned because there was too much information out there. He knew he couldn't carry on the charade. So this man is not a trustworthy person. This is a person that has dishonesty in his blood. So you cannot trust what he says. Now, this is ultimately the danger that he is in right now. Derrick Jackson knew he was putting his family into disrepute. He knew that, but he put what's in between his legs before his family, before his children's feelings, before his wife's feelings. He did that. Which for me tells me everything about this person's personality. And the problem his wife is going to have is that she knows that he has cheated in the past. She knows that she has caught him in the past, and she has forgiven him in the past, albeit not publicly, privately. And now it has gone public. She has had to come out in support of her husband. And I don't know if you can see her face. You can tell that she's tired. She's tired of all this. It's horrible that you would put your partner, your life partner, through that stress, through that embarrassment. What kind of a man does that to a woman? There is no way that Derrick Jackson can look into a camera now and start telling and advising other men on how to treat their women. This person is, everything that comes out of his mouth from here on in is pure and utter trash. It is meaningless. It is pointless to listen to this man now, because nothing coming out of his mouth can be trusted. That is from our point of view. But from his wife's point of view, she cannot trust him. She knows that she cannot trust him. She knows that it's likely this is going to happen again. She knows this. She is working really hard to keep her family together, and bless her soul. You can tell by the facial expressions that she is making that she is hurting, which is so so sad. I don't understand how this man can live this way. The main problem is that she will never leave him. She will never leave him. And Derrick Jackson knows this. He knows this. And this is the reason why it's not going to stop. This is the reason why it's not going to stop. Perhaps things will change now that it's been outed in public. Maybe. Because now you have the entire side of his wife's family right there, watching, knowing everything that's going on. This is the reason why he's come out all publicly apologizing and everything else. No other reason. He's not sorry. He's not sorry about what he did. So a number of YouTubers have come out in his support. More notably, Goddess 6footer and Kevin Samuels. Now, Goddess 6footer said that if you are a woman and you are not servicing your man, then it's going to happen. She said, any man is going to do this. And I disagree. It's not an excuse to do it, by the way. You should never have an excuse to cheat on your wife, ever. You just don't do it. It's like there may be reasons to do it, but you just don't do it. It's like striking your wife. There is always going to be a good reason to do it, but you don't do it. You just don't do it. It is unethical. It's against every principle that you are bound by when you are with that woman. It's one of those laws that are enshrined in stone. You never cheat on your wife, you never hit her. Period. Kevin Samuel had a live saying that high value men always cheat. No, I completely disagree. High value men that cheat are not high value men. In fact, if you're a man and you are worth billions, but you cheat on your wife, you are worthless. You're worthless. You're not worth anything. Why? Because you got a few dollars in your bank account, you feel like you can destroy your woman's soul, her heart, everything that is that makes her a woman. You can delete that from her and destroy it because you've got a few dollars in your bank account. Rubbish. Of course not. You cannot do that. Never put your woman in that situation, ever. And there is never an excuse to do it. We all know that Derrick Jackson isn't perfect. No human is. We all make mistakes. But there are certain fundamental things that you cannot bring into a marriage. Part of what makes a relationship beautiful. When you are in a relationship with another person and you don't have to worry about that person being or going with somebody else, there is nothing like it. There is truly nothing else like it. It brings peace and unity and harmony to your relationship, and especially if you have a family, that energy, it radiates throughout the entirety of the family and the extended family too, because people can see that you are happy. There is nothing like the happiness that you get from a 100% committed relationship. It's something that not everyone will have. I count myself as being very lucky because I've been in a situation, 2 situations where that has happened to me, but it doesn't happen very often. It's so rare to find that next person, to find a person, find a woman that makes you forget that other women are attractive, to find a woman that makes you not even consider or even think about doing something with another woman. All I can say is I hope that you guys are able to experience it too, because not everybody does. Derrick Jackson should not apologize. To us anyway. He shouldn't have to apologize to us because Derrick Jackson has done us all a favor. He has done nothing but prove to everybody out there that people like Kevin Samuels and himself should never be trusted to get relationship advice from. These people are not to be trusted. These people will lie with every breath that they can muster in order to secure the bag for themselves. That is the reason they say the things that they say on their live streams. They say the things that you want to hear. They don't say the things which they truly feel. If Derrick Jackson was open about how he truly felt about his wife, then he wouldn't have been in a situation where he is now, where he has so many subscribers. No one would care about what he would have to say. No, he puts on the front so he can make his money. He makes money from YouTube. He makes money from this business, and his business is thriving. It's going to take one hell of a whack now, but it's happened in the past. We know, we've seen him take damage in the past. Nothing as severe as this, but he should come out on the other side, hopefully a bigger and better man. So guys, please, you know as well as I do now that these people cannot be trusted. But if you want to tune in to his YouTube channel, please keep doing so, okay? This is the way that I can support him. Please tune in, please subscribe to him. Take his information with a pinch of salt. Know who he is, okay? Just by watching and taking in the information that he's been telling us. Matter of fact, if you go back through his YouTube around the time in which he was allegedly having this affair and having this woman over to his house, and read and watch his content at around that time, you realize that this man is a barefaced liar. So you can see how good men are doing it. You're going to learn a lot by going over his content that he was producing at the time in which he was having this affair. So please do so. Please continue watching and you will learn an awful lot. So have you been in this situation before? Have you had a man who has cheated on you before in the past and you found out in the most horrible way, in a public way, in a way in which he could not deny that he did what he did? Did you drop him? Did you dump him? Did you continue the relationship? Please let me know in the comment section below. It'd be really good to hear from you. And guys as well, have you been in the same situation? Have you been in that situation before where a woman has done something, oh, heavens forbid, sacrilegious within your relationship and you've stayed with her? It'll be really good to hear your thoughts on this. So please drop a comment. It'll be really good to chop it up with you in the comment section below. So that's all I have time for today. It's been really good speaking to you. I want to thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing. I'd like to give an extra special thank you to my patrons, and I will see you in the next one. Until the next time, please think twice. Ta-ra a bit.